Um, Hello, my name is Said Farhan Naqvi, and this is task number two that was given to me by the Sparks Foundation. So in this, basically, I had to implement unsupervised machine learning. So before that, I had to do analysis. The link to the dataset is given over here. So I went to this link. I downloaded dataset. Turns out that it was the Iris dataset only that we all have like almost used. But I just stuck to that dataset only. And I am using the Google Colab over here. So I need to go to the file section and I need to upload the iris.csv file before using it. So first of all, I've implemented all the required libraries like pandas, numpy, seaborn, matplotlib, and sklearn. That's very important. I've suppressed all the potential warnings that might appear on the screen. It might just need to a lot of clutter. So that is why just to avoid it. So I've used filter warnings over here. So after reading the dataset using the read underscore CSV, I thought of exploring the dataset, and for I started with printing the columns of the dataset, and it turns out that there are six columns, which also includes the ID. So that is the reason I printed the first three rows. I could have printed even first five rows. I just thought of printing the first three rows. That's why I implemented it. So what I found is that this ID just acts like a serial number for each and every column, and it's not necessary over here. So I just dropped off this ID column. Later, I just wanted to know that if there are any null values that are present in any of the columns. It turns out no, there are no null values that are present in any of the column. The dataset is complete, and I've used df.info just to get a concise summary of the entire dataset. Which classes df belong to now, and what is the range of the indexes. Every column, are there any non-null values, and what is the memory usage and all. Then what is more important is df.describe. So df.describe basically gives us statistical data that is really useful to us, and it's on the dataset itself. So we'll be getting mean, minimum value of each and every column, the maximum value, first, second, third quartile, and mean and the standard deviation. After seeing the useful statistical data that was given to us by df.describe, I went on to visualizing the data. So I've visualized the first four columns, that is sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. I've used boxing plot that is present in the Seaborn library. I prefer, we could have even used box plot that is present in matplotlib.py plot, but I prefer Seaborn over matplotlib because it gives more, attractive plots as compared to matplotlib. So over here, I have implemented this boxing plot, which gives us five major values. That is the minimum value, maximum value, and it represents the 25 percentile, 50 percentile, and over here 75 percentile. The last column is basically the target variable for us, that is the species, because we'll be using it for predicting the cluster. So it turns out that when we use the value underscore counts, the last column basically contains three unique values, and each value will be containing 50 counts. So I just visually represented the same thing, the same output that was given to us in the previous cell, and then I use the heat map for visually representing the correlation between the columns. So in this next visualization, I have implemented KDE. KDE is basically used for visually representing the distribution of the data. But in this, we have basically distributed the each and every feature, that is each and every independent variable with respect to the species, that is the target variable. So the entire distribution is given over here, and it is with respect to each and every species. So Stereostar will be represented with this purple color, Versicolor will be represented by the brown, and Virginica will be represented by orange. So similar thing I have done for each and every feature, that is a petal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. Then I have stored the independent features in X variable, and I've stored all the dependent features, that is just the species, in Y. So I know that it will be containing 150 rows and four columns, and this will be containing just one row, or just 150 rows and one column. So I have printed the shape just to get a confirmation whether the code I've implemented is right or not. So I'll be basically implementing elbow method before actually implementing the k-means cluster model. mainly because I need to know what is the correct value of n underscore clusters parameter that I'll be requiring. So it turns out that 3 is the best value, and after plotting this data graphically, I have implemented the model, and using this model, I've performed a clustering on X, and I printed all the predicted category. It turns out that we have got as there are only three categories, it's divided into 0, 1, and 2. So after getting all of these values, I have visually represented this cluster over here, and it will be giving us the iris status star in red, the versicolor in blue, and virginica in green, and yellow basically represents the centroid of each and every cluster. So of green it's over here, of blue it's over here, and red it's over here. So basically, I have implemented the model. I've visually represented the clusters. I've visualized the data, and so yeah, I've completed task. And thank you.